Yes, I know I said that this video is gonna be an hour and it's not, but listen, I'll talk about it at the end. Hello, developer at Insomniac Games. I am here to give you my pitch for the Spider-Man 2 DLC involving Carnage, Wraith, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and many other characters. Now, before I start, you have to understand that this time I will only give you the first DLC, as I haven't finished making the rest of the DLCs. The rest of the DLCs should be made in about 1 to 2 weeks of each other. Understand? Great. So, let's hop into this. The Spider-Man 2 DLC pre-write. Now, before you say it, no, I won't be pre-writing the leaked DLC, cause the leaks are mid. Not the leaks themselves, they look good, not what I'd expect, but I'm sure Insomniac is gonna do some great things with the DLC. But that the leakers themselves are criminals, so if I cover it and someone sees it in a messed up way, it's almost like I'm supporting the leakers, which considering the stuff they did is not something I wanna do. Plus, I don't want to spoil people on the DLC that has been leaked. I've seen it. The ideas seem like a wacky fun time, like Spider-Man 2 in general, but I don't want to spoil it for people. In the future, I might cover them on video, because I actually like the ideas, but for now, I'm just gonna do my own DLC. Without any further ado, let's start this pre-write of Spider-Man 2, The City of Carnage. DLC 1, Truth. Final thing before we start. Just like Spider-Man PS Fall, while the whole DLC is named The City of Carnage, each of the 3 DLC sections have a unique name to avoid confusion. We open with Cletus's speech at the end of the Flame side quest. Once he finishes, he goes into the helicopter and leaves. In the helicopter, he talks to members of the Flame. Was the Crimson Hour successful, sir? Yes, it was. Great, sir. We will burn the rest of the unworthy and we? Who is we? What do you mean, sir? How about you hand me that gun and we find out? Cletus shoots the container containing the symbiote and it bonds to Cletus immediately, covering him entirely. While it is covering him, Cletus starts to scream in pain as we hear bones breaking and veins exploding, leaving only a pile of symbiote. Sir, what's going on? Suddenly, the symbiote explodes, crashing the helicopter down to the street. Once the Flame members wake up from the crash, they see Cletus standing perfectly fine in front of the crashed helicopter. Sir, are you okay? Me? I'm perfectly fine. I feel... We hear bones breaking again as it cuts to a Flame member with Cletus' shadow in front of him. As Cletus' shadow gets bigger and bigger, we hear more bones breaking as Cletus finishes his sentence. After Cletus finishes his sentence, symbiote blades rush out from where Cletus is towards members of the Flame, stabbing them in the throat. Cut to Cletus as he talks to himself, looking like nothing just happened. This family that I've made so far was perfect, just as I wanted it, and it achieved its goal flawlessly. Not even the fool's beacon could stop it, but I can't just give them a new mission, and I think it's time I bless them with the greatest gift I can, he says while looking at the dead Flame members, while I looks at his hand, should create a new one. Cut to title card, which then cuts to Miles going into one of the abandoned hunter bases, after he got a news report that said some people might be here while on a call with Pete. Hey Pete, how's the break? Wonderful, it's allowed me and MJ to focus on our work and being good partners again, especially for me. That's great. How's Solo Spider-Man in? Do you want to quit yet? Not yet. It's a bit hard to balance everything, especially with having a new dad and sister right now. Yeah, I can't imagine how it's like hiding it from a sibling. Well, I mean, you did hide it from Harry, and from what you've told me, you were basically brothers. That's pretty fair, but I don't know. If you need any help, just call me. For sure, bro. Talk to you soon. You bet. Miles enters the abandoned hunter base, and whilst not finding anything at first, he does notice that there's more equipment than when there were hunters here, so he decides to investigate. While he's in a room looking for evidence, 5 to 6 people just pop out of the shadows with ninja-like uniforms and swords. Miles beats them, ties one up upside down and tries to interrogate it, but it doesn't say anything, despite Miles using one of his venom powers on it. Just about when Miles is gonna call Peter to ask how to interrogate, Wraith pops through a wall and does the interrogating herself against one place, a bar in Hell's Kitchen called the Bar with No Name. Miles is obviously very stunned by this and asks Wraith some questions. Sorry, miss, who are you? Miss? Jesus Christ, we've already met. Have you already forgotten? Wait, Wraith? Where the hell did you learn to do that? Police training. How the hell did you get police training? Wait a minute, are you? Yuri proceeds to put her weapon close to his throat. How the hell do you know that? I can't reveal that. Why? Cause it'll reveal your secret identity. I'll do that myself if you don't tell me. My dad used to talk about you, and I saw you on the news. Do not call me Yuri again, okay? Understood. So what about Hell's Kitchen? You won't interfere at all. Maybe I'll just come and whilst you are in the bar I'll be outside just in case anybody comes. He'll notice you. Miles then proceeds to go invisible. Where the hell did you go? I can go invisible. Fine, you can come. Okay, when are we going? When I tell you. I'll come there first and then I'll tell you to come. And where the hell is the other Spider-Man? Take a break. He said if I needed him, he'd come. He won't shut up. How if I need him, he'll end the break right now. Right then and there. Trust me, if I'm correct on who this is, we're going to need him. Wraith leaves and heads over to Hell's Kitchen, while Miles goes to his place to see his new dad and his stepsister. First, he meets his mom, and they have some small talk about how he should tell them that he's Spider-Man. Miles is afraid that he doesn't know them enough yet, so he doesn't know if they'll keep it a secret. Miles' mom, despite being annoyed, she understands him and says that he'll maybe do it some other day. After they finish their conversation, Sydney comes to talk to Miles. We get a Sydney face reveal, and they talk about their other parent and how similarly they both lost their other parent. Miles says he lost his dad at City Hall, while Sydney gives an interesting response. I lost my mom when the hunters first arrived. You mean the prison transfer? Yeah, when it hit the East River and the seaboard flew up, she fell into the ocean and drowned. Still haven't found the body. Miles is devastated that the reason Sydney is motherless is because of him, because of his revenge on Martin Lee. Miles doesn't have time to dissect his pain though, cause he gets a call from Yuri, and he asks to head out. Miles listens to the call and goes to Hell's Kitchen and sees Yuri. Yuri tells Miles to stick nearby and be invisible as she heads into the bar with no name. While Miles waits, some of the same ninja-esque people are outside the bar. Miles drops down and listens in. He doesn't find much. He only hears the name Cletus Cassidy. Didn't Peter tell me something about a guy with that name that stole a symbiote? Before Miles is even able to finish his thought, a guy dressed in a red costume with horns pops out of practically nowhere and starts fighting them. Miles is obviously a little put off, but doesn't have time to question it. He hops into the fight, and while fighting the ninjas, he talks to Daredevil. Who are you? I'm Daredevil. You must be Spider-Man. Yes, I am. Ah, you sound different. What do you mean? Have we met? Yes, that time we fought Kingpin a few years ago. What? I wasn't Spider-Man then. Then who the hell are you? The new guy. After they finish the fight, they continue talking. New guy, huh? What happened to the other guy? He's on break. Being Spider-Man for 10 plus years is tiring. You can say that again, but look, he's gonna have to come out of it. There's a new threat in town and it's important to have all the firepower to stop him. You're the second person to tell me that. I'll call him once one of my friends is finished in the bar. What's he doing? Suddenly Wraith gets yeeted out of the window. Wraith, you know her? Yes, she's... Run, both of you, he's here. They look behind themselves and they see him. Hello, Yuri, and you must be the other fool speaking. What the hell kind of name are those? The only names you have soon are the names on your graves. So we get a Carnage boss fight as Miles alongside Daredevil and Wraith. Whoa, goddamn, let's put a pause on that. Jesus Christ, we're going a bit fast, aren't we? Let's just chill for a minute and by talking about Daredevil. I want this universe's Daredevil to have been working with Peter during the Fisk days. During those days, they were pretty good as partners against Fisk, and maybe as a Peter side quest, we see a flashback of Peter and Daredevil vs Fisk, which should have parallels to the first mission in the first game. You'll see, but ever since Wilson Fisk has been put behind bars, they haven't talked. But there's also something I haven't mentioned yet. Don't worry, they'll interact just later. Back to Carnage, he wiped the floor with them, and after the boss fight, Daredevil and Wraith basically tell him, "Yo, go talk to Peter, cause this bitch will kill us again if we see him again." After the mission, Miles calls Peter and asks if he can come home. Peter is okay with him coming to his house and invites him in. After Miles arrives to Peter's house, he tells him everything that's happened in the past few hours. Peter, remember when... Miles, what the hell happened? Why are you so beaten? Remember when you told me that you were under a train and that Cletus guy stole a symbiote? Oh no, he's back? Yeah, and he kicked my and Wraith's and Daredevil's asses. Daredevil? Yeah, I don't know if I can come. Yes, you can. What happened? He reminds me of something. Something I don't want to talk about. Both are silent for a moment. How bad was the beating? Really bad. It nearly killed Yuri. I'll come. If he comes again, just as Peter goes out of the house, Peter asks a question. How was Daredevil? He's doing fine. Doesn't recognize me though. Yeah, makes sense. Why? He's blind. Poor guy. Miles says while he leaves. And as you can see from how Peter was talking about Daredevil in this segment, I didn't mention something big, did I? Miles leaves and gives Yuri a call. She tells him that they found a new hideout, another hunter base. They go there with Daredevil and find more ninjas. After they take them out, Daredevil picks up a guy and interrogates him violently to near death, but he gets stopped by Miles. Whoa, what are you doing? Interrogating him. Why so violently? That's how you get the most information. That's not how heroes work. I never said I was one. If you never were one, why do you fight Carnage? Why do you fight with us? To stop him. But you don't kill people. Everyone's chill. Is that why Spider-Man doesn't like you? Daredevil thinks to himself for a moment, but before he can say anything, a bunch of ninjas show up, but they're different. They're coated in symbiote. Daredevil and Miles don't have time to bicker, and they fight the symbiote ninjas. After they take off the symbiotes, they interrogate the ninjas in a less violent way, getting a name, the Hand, and a location, Saint Sophia's Church. The three head out to Saint Sophia's Church. On the way, Miles calls Peter. Pete, yeah, we learned the name and location, the Hand and Saint Sophia's. That's the first time I met Craven while having the symbiote. What about the Hand? Reminds me of the Flame. Is it a person or a cult? Don't know. Probably both, especially if Cletus is behind this. Speaking of him, we just found some symbiote ninjas. Stronger, more durable, and more abilities. Did you deal with them? Yeah, but there may be more at Saint Sophia's. Worst part, Craven destroyed the bell. Yeah. Is Daredevil there? Yeah. Did he do anything? He nearly hurt someone really badly while interrogating him. He hasn't changed. What? Nothing. Look, do you want me to come? Not yet, but if Cletus is there, I'll call you. Okay, just call me. Will do. Three heads to Saint Sophia's. They encounter 15 to 20 symbiote ninjas. Midway through the fight, they get launched into Saint Sophia's church, and in there they continue to fight. Midway through the fight, the three, but they get overwhelmed, eventually getting completely tackled and cornered, until Peter comes from the roof and you get to play as Peter with permanent anti-venom surge. 1 month, huh? Couldn't go 1 month without the need for me. Look, couldn't you guys have gone into hiding for a few more? No? Pretty expected. Anyways, it's good to be back. You defeat the symbiote ninjas, Peter checks on everyone. Spider-Man, are you okay? A little bit up, but fine. Good, okay. Yuri, you? I'm fine. And? I'm fine, Spider-Man. You shouldn't be. Really? Or are you just mad that my methods are more effective than yours? In filling up morgues, admit it, Hell's Kitchen is safer than the rest of Manhattan. Yeah, cause it's tiny. If we compare Queens, the neighborhood that started safer, versus Hell's Kitchen in Who's Cleaner, we'd see that people get their life cut short from 90 to 30 years from the devil. Enough of your bickering, we need to find Cletus. She's right. Of course she is. Of Of course, everyone is right except me. Shut up. I said enough. Fine, I'll start tracking him with you. Great, you'll be useful here, Spider-Man. Thanks, Spider-Man. Okay, let's move. I've got Brooklyn. Queens is mine. Dibs on Hell's Kitchen. And I track the rest of the city. However, try to do something outside of your barrows. Will do. And that's the end for the truth. Now, I have to address Daredevil. Yes, Daredevil kills. Does that subtract from his character? Kinda, but honestly it would also paint Peter well if Peter also killed. I don't know about killed, but completely destroyed everyone during his early days, which is why he grew closer to Daredevil. But ever since his displeasure of killing, he started to not be as close to Daredevil. This could be expanded into a side quest, but that's it for this DLC story. Wait, someone's calling me, give me a sec. Yeah, post-credit scene, okay. Carnage sees us fighting the symbiotes in the church. Impressive, but they won't be able to handle this. He turns around and we see a massive army of normal ninjas. Those who were signed to bases go there. The rest stick to me. The hour of reward is upon you. The rest of the ninjas witness Cletus turn into carnage with bone-breaking and vein-popping sounds, and in one slick move converts all of the ninjas into symbiote ninjas. Rest easy, I'm in control now. Cuts to black. So now that's truly it for the first DLC. And that's it for all I have to show you today. The rest of the DLCs should be made by the end of April. Now, do you want to develop this storyline that I've made so far?
No.
Understandable. Have a great rest of your day. Yes, obviously this is not how pitches work. It was a very dumb idea. I'm just a YouTuber trying to make a funny video. But still, as I said, this video is in an hour, and that's because, as I said in a previous video, I would have to make it by the end of April. So without not making a video for about 2 to 3 months is insane. So yeah, I didn't want to do that. That's why I split it up into 3 parts. Anyway, so that's it for this video. The next one won't be part 2 because I still have some leeway to make that, but it will be something else, something smaller to entice you while I still make the part 2. And final thing before you leave, drink water, eat an apple, talk to your family and subscribe. And follow my Instagram, Anton02023. Anyways, bye.